Hi, this is Paul Palmer. I was just wondering if people consider the plans that they make and actually the results they achieve, or if they just let things drift. I remember at the start of my career, I joined a pharmaceutical company straight from school. I was sponsored for my degree. And to be honest, at first, I just let things happen. I didn't consider whether joining a pharmaceutical company and taking my degree with them was the right career choice. I wasn't really bothered. I just wanted money. I wanted to be able to pay for my car. I wanted to be able to go places. I wanted to be able to take regular holidays the way my parents were always doing with me every single year. We used to go on holiday. Well, yeah, I think it was every year. We didn't actually go and stay in hotels. We didn't need to. The company my father worked for had a cottage available in the Lake District, so we often went there. Usually around October time, maybe because it was available then. We went on narrowboats for a week or so, together and with friends. That was good fun. We used to take a tent, to go and camp down on the south coast of France, it was, the south of France. And we made friends there on the campsite. The locals mostly were in caravans, not in tents, but it's a long way to go. It's 2,000 miles. And we did eventually buy a caravan, and funnily enough, it was me that funded the caravan purchase. I was already earning money, of course, but I'd also been saving up throughout while I was in school. Because although I wanted money, I didn't have something to spend it on because I didn't have the purchase that I wanted to be able to spend the money on. I didn't have a car. I was cycling. I used to go and do the paper round, save up the money for another day, plan for the future. But that's what I'm here to talk about today. Do you plan? Do you plan, or do you let things happen? When you get to the end and you don't achieve the results you wanted to achieve, do you realize it's because you didn't plan to get there? When the product that you test fails, is it because it was done wrong? Or is it a combination of people not knowing what they were supposed to be doing at the right time, with the right equipment, with the right materials, because you didn't have a quality plan in place? And when you get to the end and it fails, well, have you got something to measure against? Maybe a product specification. Personally, I like to plan. I'm not so sure that I'm the best at it, but I like to plan. I do have my checklist. I do have some automation, some reminders, some follow-up. But at the same time, I know where I'm going. I know where I want to be, but not in a great amount of detail. Maybe I could do that better as well. But planning and reviewing is part of the Deming cycle. You probably already know. Plan, do, check, act. So what do? You make your plan. You think about where you want to be. And actually, that's often the part that trips people up because they don't think where they want to go. You write it down as a plan with, of course, timings. What to do when. Maybe even who's going to do it. Then you have to do the doing. Maybe you need to use the prompts that you designed in your plan. Maybe you already know what you're doing, but it's good to refer back to make sure you're actually doing the right thing. And you're the right person as well, of course. Check. Well, we've done the work and we want to see if it actually worked. We want to do the quality control checks, do the testing. And if it failed, well, we act. We do something about it. We have to plan again. Plan what we're going to do and then do it. So whenever you realize that you didn't achieve the goals you wanted, think back. Did I actually plan to achieve those goals? Was the plan that I put in place good enough? Did I write it down? That's often where people fall down. They didn't write it down. I do have a whiteboard in front of me. It's got little rectangular it's labels really, but they're magnetic, so I can wipe them off and use them again. Right, I don't really like post-its very much. I get through too many of them and I run out, and then they go all over the thing, and it's not really a good GMP practice, is it? But personally, I like this whiteboard system that I've got at the moment. Of course, things don't always get done, but with a whiteboard, you can move it on to the next stage. You can do it the next day. And what I find with planning and having a flexible planning tool, the most important thing is the flexibility. You've got your list of 2 actions. You write them down. You put them on, for me, these little magnets. But then if you can't do it today, well, it's still there for tomorrow. And if it's completed, you rubbed it out. Now, a lot of people do say to maintain it until the end of the day and so you can review back what you've achieved. But I do that a slightly different way. You see, I log it on my invoicing. So I know what I'm charging for as well as what I've achieved. And that's where I get the results, because I know I've done it. Now, if I don't and it goes into the next month, well, it's still on the list to do next month. So I know what's not been done and I know what has been done. And then I know how to plan for what comes next. So next time you think about something and you didn't achieve what you wanted, think about the plan you made and how you can do it better next time. Because that's what quality assurance really is about. It's about putting the plans in place. It's about documenting the plans and making sure you work to them. And then doing the testing afterwards, the quality control checks, to make sure it did what you wanted. And if it didn't, take your corrective action and do it right next time. So that's it for me for now. It's Paul Palmer. I'll talk to you soon.